Have you ever wondered, is that delicious fish on your dinner table really as good for your health as you think? Picture this. It's a weekend evening, and you decide to whip up a grand seafood feast for your family. You pick tilapia, the cheapest, easiest to find option, or salmon, the one everyone raves about as a superfood. But then you catch wind of something shocking. Health experts are warning that these fish might be silently wrecking your body, from your brain to your immune system. Sounds hard to believe, right? But the truth can sometimes be scarier than you'd ever imagine. So why have tilapia and farmed salmon landed on the experts' blacklist? And more importantly, how can you still enjoy seafood without worrying about your health or your family's? Today, we're diving deep into the secrets behind these two familiar fish. Don't turn off the video just yet, because what you're about to learn could not only protect your health, but also change the way you pick your food every day. First, let's try answering this. What do you think makes a cheap fish like tilapia a health enemy? Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Tilapia is the most farmed fish in the US, affordable for everyone to buy. But that low price comes with another cost, one your body ends up paying. It's missing key nutrients like omega-3, the stuff we expect from seafood. Instead, it's packed with omega-6, a bad fat that's even more abundant than in a hamburger or bacon. Can you believe a piece of fish that seems so healthy might be riskier than fast food? Let's explore what's really going on with tilapia, why it's raising red flags, and how you can dodge these risks in your daily meals. Now let's dig into the heart of tilapia, the fish that millions of people casually toss into their shopping carts every day. First off, what is tilapia that makes it so popular? It's a freshwater fish, raised all over the world, from small ponds to massive farms. In the US, it tops the list of farmed fish because it's dirt cheap, easy to cook, and appeals to just about everyone. You might spot it as crispy fried fish at a local diner, or as tempting fillets in the supermarket. But don't let its appetizing look fool you. Researchers from Wake Forest University uncovered a troubling fact. Tilapia barely has any omega-3, the good fat that protects your heart and brain. Instead, it's loaded with omega-6, something that can trigger inflammation in your body. Imagine this. You eat fish to stay healthy, but end up taking in something worse than an oily burger.
So why does tilapia pose such a big problem? The answer lies in how it's raised. Since tilapia eats almost anything and thrives easily, farmers don't need to spend much effort or money on it. But there's a downside. To cut costs, many farms feed it things you'd never guess, like pig manure or leftover poultry feed. Sounds horrifying, but it's true. As a result, the fish soak up toxic stuff, including dioxin, a chemical tied to cancer. And here's the kicker. Dioxin doesn't just leave your body easily, it can linger for 7 to 10 years, quietly raising your risk of illness. Have you ever thought a simple fish meal could have such long-lasting consequences? Ask yourself this. Knowing this, would you still dare put tilapia on your table? But don't worry, there are ways to steer clear of the risks and still enjoy seafood. First, check where the fish comes from. If you can, go for wild-caught fish instead of industrially farmed ones. Second, swap tilapia for options richer in omega-3, like sardines or wild salmon. I'll dive into those later. Finally, read labels closely and ask the seller, where did this fish come from? A little caution today could spare you big trouble tomorrow. Do you ever check where your food comes from? Share your habits with me in the comments. I'm really curious to know. Next, we'll shift to another star of the seafood world, farmed salmon. Is it as safe as you think? Stick around because the answer might surprise you. Now, let's turn our attention to another hero of the seafood world, farmed salmon. Have you ever stood at the grocery counter, eyeing those vibrant pink-orange salmon fillets and thought they're the perfect health choice? I've been there too. Salmon often gets labeled a superfood for being rich in omega-3, great for your heart, brain, and even your skin. But hold on, not every salmon is the hero you imagine. Farmed salmon, which dominates the market today, has health and environmental experts sounding the alarm. What's knocked this fish off its pedestal into a pit of doubt? The answer lies in how it ends up on your plate. First, what is farmed salmon? Unlike wild salmon that swim freely in the ocean, farmed salmon are raised in cramped underwater cages, often in narrow bays like the fjords of Norway. It might sound modern, but it's a disaster, straight from the mouth of Kurt Odekalv, a well-known environmental activist. Why is it so alarming? Because the farming environment is a mess. Picture a layer of waste 15 meters thick under the sea, packed with bacteria, pesticides, and chemicals. On top of that, cramped conditions make the salmon prone to diseases, from sea lice to infectious anemia viruses. These fish are pumped with antibiotics and chemicals to survive, but the cost is your health. Toxin researcher Jerome Ruzin tested it and found that farmed salmon has 5 times more toxins than any other food he studied. Can you believe a dish you thought was nutritious could be more toxic than processed junk?
So how do you shield yourself from these risks? Don't swear off salmon just yet, but pick the right kind. Wild salmon, though pricier, is far safer since it's not stuffed with chemicals or raised in polluted waters. If you go for farmed salmon, look for farms that meet standards and are open about their methods. Most importantly, don't eat it too often. Experts suggest sticking to once a month to cut down on toxin buildup. What do you think about that? Have you ever wondered where the fish on your plate came from? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Next, we'll uncover some amazing alternatives so you can still enjoy a tasty seafood meal without the health worries. Don't go anywhere, because these suggestions will catch you by surprise. By now, you're probably thinking, if both tilapia and farmed salmon are trouble, what's left for me to eat? Don't worry, I won't let you miss out on the joy of seafood. It's time to explore some alternatives that are not only delicious and nutritious, but also safe for your health. Imagine a dinner with a fragrant fish dish that doesn't just satisfy your taste buds, but also brings real value to your body. Today, I'm introducing two shining stars, freshwater coho salmon and sardines, names that might completely change how you see seafood. First up, what's freshwater coho salmon? This is a type of salmon that lives naturally in rivers and lakes, not cooped up in crowded cages. It boasts a bright color, firm flesh, and is often caught in North American waters. What makes it special? Coho salmon packs 700 to 1,800 milligrams of omega-3 per serving, double what tilapia offers and even safer than farmed salmon. Why should you choose it? Because the omega-3 in coho salmon reduces inflammation, shields your brain from Alzheimer's, and boosts heart health. No chemicals, no pollution. It's a gift from nature you deserve. How do you work it into your meals? You can grill it with a sprinkle of salt and pepper, add a slice of lemon for zest, or even make sashimi if you're into Japanese style. In just 20 minutes, you've got a dish that'll have your whole family raving. Next is sardines. Don't turn your nose up yet, because this little fish is a lifesaver you might not fully appreciate. Sardines are tiny, often canned or sold fresh, and rank among the world's top superfoods. A 3-ounce serving delivers up to 1,950 milligrams of omega-3, plus a hefty dose of vitamin D. Stuff your body needs for strong bones and a clear mind. Why do sardines matter? Because they're not just nutritious but also clean. Most sardines are wild-caught, barely touched by industrial farming. How can you eat them? If the fishy smell puts you off, mix them with homemade tomato sauce, slap them on bread, or grill them with garlic and herbs. Simple, quick, and absolutely delicious. Have you ever tried sardines? If you've got a great recipe, share it in the comments. I'd love to learn from you.
These options don't just keep you safe from risks, they elevate your everyday meals. Do you prefer coho salmon or sardines? Let me know your pick in the comments. Up next, we'll talk about how to smartly choose seafood so you never fall into the trap of low-quality food again. Don't miss it. This trick will transform your shopping habits for good. You've learned that tilapia and farmed salmon can carry risks, and you've got some stellar alternatives like coho salmon and sardines in your pocket. But is picking the right fish enough? Not quite. The real secret lies in how you bring seafood from the store to your table. Today, I'm sharing simple yet powerful tips to turn you into a seafood master, keeping your health safe while wowing everyone with your cooking skills. Ready? Let's get started. So, what does it mean to choose seafood smartly? It's more than just grabbing a random fish at the supermarket. It's about knowing where it's from, how it was raised or caught, and whether it's safe. For instance, you're at the seafood counter, eyeing a fresh-looking fish, but how do you know it's free of chemicals or toxins? That's where you need to stay sharp. Why does this matter? Because the food you eat doesn't just affect you today, it shapes your health 5-10 years down the line. A fish loaded with antibiotics or dioxin can quietly harm your immune system, while the right pick nourishes you from the inside out. Choose wrong, and you're gambling with your well-being. Choose right, and you're investing in yourself. How do you pick seafood like a pro? First, favor wild-caught fish over industrially farmed ones. Wild fish usually dodge the chemical exposure and pack more nutrients. Check the labels. If it says wild-caught or naturally harvested, that's a green light. Second, ask about origins. Don't be shy to ask the seller, where's this fish from? Farmed or caught? One small question can unlock a ton of info. Third, inspect the quality. Fresh fish should have clear eyes, red gills, and a mild ocean scent, not a harsh fishy stink. Lastly, cut back on farmed seafood. Once a month is plenty to limit toxin risks. You can try these tricks at the market this weekend. Picture this. With just a few careful minutes, you turn your meal into a masterpiece that's both tasty and wholesome. What's your go-to habit when picking seafood? Do you trust the packaging hype? Tell me about it in the comments. I'd love to pick up some tips from you. Next, we'll wrap up this journey and figure out how to put today's knowledge into real-life action. Don't miss it. This is your key to taking charge of your health starting now. We've traveled a long road together, from the shock of tilapia and farmed salmon to solutions that make seafood a true health ally. Now, let's look back and turn what you've learned into real steps for your life. What's waiting for you ahead? A chance to master your meals, safeguard your family, and live healthier every day. All it takes is a small tweak to your habits.
So what have we uncovered? It's the truth behind tilapia, a cheap fish that's low on nutrients and high in inflammation-causing omega-6, farmed salmon, a star tainted by pollution and toxins, and alternatives like coho salmon and sardines, packed with omega-3, clean and nourishing. We've also picked up smart seafood tricks, from prioritizing wild catches to asking about origins and checking quality. Why does this matter to you? Because health isn't luck. It's built from the little choices you make daily. One wrong bite of fish can quietly harm you, but a smart pick becomes a natural boost for your body. Think about it. Do you want your body to be a dump for toxins or a home for vitality? How do you start today? It's easy. Next time you shop, skip the cheap tilapia and farmed salmon, and grab canned sardines or wild salmon if your budget allows. Spend 5 minutes reading labels, quizzing the seller, and picking the freshest fish. Try a new recipe, like grilling sardines with garlic or steaming coho salmon with ginger, to shake up your family's menu. Each small move makes you healthier and inspires those around you. Are you ready to give it a shot? Challenge yourself. This week, swap one meat meal for safe seafood and see how your body feels different. Share your results in the comments. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Before we part, I've got 3 requests. Hit like if this video helped you, share it with friends to spread the health vibes, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome tips. What did you think of today's journey? Which fish will you try after this? Drop your thoughts below. Every comment fuels me to bring you better content. Thanks for sticking around to the last second. Now it's time to turn this knowledge into power for yourself. See you next time.